Hello everybody, October 18th weekly wrap-up, and one release, and that release was Step 6 in the harmony course, and it's just getting a little bit more in-depth about talking about how you can remember all the titles to the tunes, and even though it's kind of an intermediate step, honestly, it's an important step because I really want you guys to memorize these songs. Super important that you can just call it up really quick, and then after a while you don't even have to call them up anymore. You just know the sounds of the intervals. This is just a little game and trick to get you to learn them, but it works well, and I want to get through this as fast as we can to move the course along to the really good stuff, because I can't wait to show you when we start to get to two and three part harmony. Right now we're working on things that are just relating to the intervals, which is really two-part harmony, and you're hearing all the harmony sounds: minor second, major second, minor third, major third, diminished fifth, perfect fifth, right? All of the different intervals, and hearing how they sound in relationship to moving away from each other melodically, and how they sound harmonically together. And that is the beginning of truly understanding how to sing harmony and hear all of the sounds and accept all of the sounds. Those minor and major seconds are hard to accept at first, but once you get used to them, then you have no problem actually relating to even those sounds. And the minor and major seventh, even though like the major seventh's a little bit closer like the minor seconds, but it's such a distance and octave that it's easier to accept. But those minor and major seconds, you've got to learn how to hear those and keep those in tune. Doing that will help you immensely in relationship to being a harmony singer. Of course, hearing the minor thirds and the major thirds and the fifths, well, those are the typical harmonies that even people that don't understand harmony, if they've got an ear for harmony, those will be the notes they'll sing. But they won't be singing those different notes that choirs, that bebop choirs and really great harmony singers sing, R&B singers. You got to learn these intervals to make that happen. Now, I didn't put another clip up in relationship to the advanced voice course, but the next clip that's coming up is about the bebop scale, and I want to really make sure that I get the exercise right in relationship to what I'm going to give you guys when it comes to understanding how the bebop scale works. Opens your mind and your ear to a lot of possibilities and gives you some leeway to be really creative, because the way the bebop scale works, it's a 8-tone scale instead of a 7-tone scale, and that 8th tone is actually a chromatic tone, always a tone that's outside of the key that helps you sort of connect things with the chromatic connections. Major thirds and flat thirds and major and minor sevenths are the most typical notes that are used, but we use the flat 5 as well. And there's some really great things in the future about that you can take diminished chords and get bebop scale licks, and I can't wait to show it to you, but be looking forward to learning more about that one next week. Now, for your musical tip, I want you to try something a little different here. First of all, having the internet is amazing because we can just jump on YouTube and listen to the greatest singers in the world, you know, even the ones that have passed on. We can look up their names and listen to them, and what I'd like you to do is pick one of your favorite singers, and I'm going to give you a little exercise that I want you to practice in relationship to listening and how you can sort of break down what it is that you're listening to learn a song and learn more about the singers that you admire. So once you've picked this song, I want you to get a pencil and paper, and even though you could easily get the lyrics off the internet, I want you to write out the lyrics, because there's something that always works with your mind and your hand coordination about really hearing the lyrics, and as you're writing them down, it makes it easier to memorize it. So sometimes writing down the lyrics once or twice and bingo, you got the whole song. That's how I do it. So once you've written out the lyrics, I want them to be right in front of you. And of course, you're listening to the song, but then I want you to really listen to the song. Listen to about 30 seconds of the song, or maybe even a little less, 20 or 30 seconds of the song. And it's even better to listen to the song with headphones on. Now, use the headphones to listen to, not to sing with while you have the headphones on. because that can get in the way of your vocalizing and hearing yourself what you're doing. But I want you to use the headphones because it's easier to hear every little nuance and things that you won't notice that are happening when you just listen to it through speakers. So headphones. Now again, with those headphones, really listen to what the singer's doing. If he's breathy, if he's gravelly, if he's edgy, if he's brassy, if he's nasal, if he's more in his nasal resonator, if he's more down in his mouth resonator, when he's getting soft, when he's getting loud, how he's interpreting what he's doing. Listen to it, then play it back and listen again, and really start to feel what it is that he's doing it and how he's phrasing. Now go ahead and start the song again and listen just a little bit further, maybe about a minute, as you really listen to it, and listen again to everything that he's doing with all of those nuances. Now you might be saying something like, oh yeah, right, I'm going to take my time out to do that, or I'm not a vocal instructor, I'm not going to be able to hear all that stuff that he's talking about anyway. But listening and growing in your listening and starting to understand things that at first you think a singer is just singing something a certain way. But when you really listen to the song over and over and over again and really listen to what the singer's doing, you start to hear things and think about things that you never thought before. And the cool thing is, once you hear somebody else do that, you start to emote those same ideas in your voice as you're starting to sing, and you even start to realize that it's possible. So it's a great little study. This is a great little tip on taking something, not just the exercises, but taking a song and breaking it down and really thinking into the song. So you can take this technique and take the techniques that I'm teaching on the website and apply them to songs. And even if you're watching this on YouTube, you can do that exercise and learn more about what's going on with a singer. Listening to the best singers, listening to your favorite singers, and listening to the inflections and the different things that they're doing is extremely large. Okay, with that said, I'm going to wrap things up. I've got some shows coming up and I got to get ready for them. Been working a lot the last couple of weeks and I'm looking forward to it. It's next week. I've got a horn section. It's always fun to play with a horn section, so I will see you guys next week. So keep practicing, keep learning, keep singing. If you're on YouTube, come on over and get some free lessons, 10 to be exact, all kinds of free stuff, or get full access and get into really learning how to sing with the beginning, intermediate, and advanced voice course, with the course that teaches you vibrato, with the harmony course, and with all the songs and all the breakdowns that teach you how to sing songs. So, totallyvocals.com.